with me one moment here. I'm going to set up a little camera holder for myself. What's happening? What's happening? Let's see here. I'm gonna get this little camera thing together here. We're gonna do a quick update for everybody of what's going on, some ideas that I have, and go from there. I don't know if I can get this thing to work. Oh, it's working. Hold on. Nice. Now we got a camera holder. All right, so I don't have to hold my phone in an uncomfortable position, but here is what it looks like right now where I am. We have more snow. It just continues to keep happening here, so it's slowing everything down when it comes to wanting to do anything with cars. And so little update for you on everything. We got the 2000 Porsche over here just chilling. We got the 07 93 convertible chilling. We got the daily Jag. We just drove it here. And then over here we still have our 2004 Saab 95. This has, we just passed 203,000 miles on this guy yesterday, and I've been driving it, and so has everybody in the house, which is pretty awesome. Every single person drives it, and everybody enjoys it, so that's kind of really cool to have it chilling. So the 9.3 right now is just hanging out. We're kind of like in a holding pattern with everything going on with weather and parts and stuff like that. So hopefully in the next couple of days I have an update for the 9.3 for you guys. And then also coming up too, if you guys enjoy Porsche content, I'm going to do my first oil change on the 2000 Porsche this weekend. I have all of the parts in, oil and stuff, and it cost me $90 to do this oil change. It's actually relatively inexpensive if you're thinking oil change and servicing on a Porsche 911. It's not too bad, pretty inexpensive. So I'm looking forward to getting under there. I've never wrenched on this car yet except for the brakes, and if you guys watch that video, the brake job on these cars is actually easier than any normal car that's on the road, because the way they have it engineered, you just pull out two pins. If you're not changing the rotors, you just kind of pull the two pins out that hold the brake pads in place, and they slide out from the caliper. So it's really easy to get in there. So far, haven't had any issues working on the Porsche. It's pretty simple. As long as you know how to wrench a little bit, it's pretty easy. So that's coming up this weekend. So 9.3, hopefully next week I have an update for you. And then something really cool came up last night. I'm constantly finding projects to buy. Obviously, I mean, I need to get rid of some of these projects first, but I really want to buy something else. And I was looking on the market for a Saab. Obviously, I kind of like Saabs, as you guys all know. And I found a Saab 95 linear. It's a linear spec, but the reason why I like it is I've been wanting to do a performance project, and getting an aero spec is, we can do all the performance and stuff, but I figured maybe this would be cool. I can do the turbo swap and do the tune and kind of run through all that on camera for you guys and document the stages. And then the reason why it's even cooler to top all of that is this car has 55,000 miles on it. So it's a one owner car. Probably some older person owned it. I don't really know the details behind there, but it looks like it was garage kept, super clean. There's no rust anywhere, and the interior looks brand spanking new. 50,000 miles on it, 55,000 miles. So I thought it would be really epic. I mean, obviously I'm paying a premium for the car. It's sitting at a dealership, so obviously they need to make money on it, and but I still think it's worth just maybe doing it and documenting it, since it's a fun project and really not all that hard to do. And I figure if there's a lot of you guys out there that have these Saabs with the smaller turbo, to learn how to swap them out yourself could be a really awesome documentary. Which car I'm talking about is a 2003 Saab 95. It's a linear spec, and I thought since it has 55,000 miles on it, if we got a really really nice original Saab turbo TD04 is how I would want to do it, and swap it in there with the tune. Good morning. Where are you coming from, Samir? Where are you based? Is it as cold by you as it is by me, as you guys can see? Yeah, so let me know what your thoughts are on the 0395. I put a little inquiry into the dealership to see if it's available. California, so you probably have 65 degrees and sun coming up right now. Standard Cali, I like it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the 95 too. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to interact more. Thanks, Samir. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully something happens. I actually know the owner of the dealership, so maybe we'll get there. Ireland, you guys have rain right now or snow like us? What's the weather like over there? Snow. Poconos. Yeah, we saw some snow. Poconos, Pennsylvania. Yeah, so you got the same stuff we have over here. Little fresh powder this morning. Gotta love the snow. Any car projects you guys are working on? You want to chat about? Any latest and greatest? Do you guys love the Jaguar content? Does anybody like the Jag content? Or am I just crazy because I enjoy the supercharger too much? Yeah, so 2001 93 2.2. So is that a turbo, or is that a turbo diesel over where you are? The TIDs are turbo, right? Or turbo diesel. What's the power specs on those engines from the 9.3? Turbo diesel. Yes. Power specs on the turbo diesel Saab. Go for it. What is it? Tell me. Hey Kyle, I could have a couple more subs. What kind of Saabs do you have available, JX? Interested in buying. 125 horsepower, nice. Any cool upgrades? In your recent vid that you park your old Saab in the garage and the new one in the new Jag outside, yeah. The 9.3 convertible sits inside. That's it. I figured if I have a remote start, I might as well take the hit for the team and leave mine outside. 0895 school bus sideswiped it. Looking forward to it. Okay, cool. Is there any frame damage from the school bus swipe, or what's it looking like? Not selling anything, just curious what you would look at. I love the Vigans. There's a couple Vigans on the market right now that I'm looking at. I won't say where they are because they're obviously hard to find, but there's a few, and I'm not afraid of maybe buying one with damage on it. I'll just give you that hint. And the other thing is I'm still obsessed with the 9.5 platform. So if I can figure out another creative project with a 9.5, obviously we have the 04 sitting here, and it's not going anywhere. The 04 is a great daily. Everybody seems to drive it. So fender needs to be replaced. Okay, so fender's good. That's easy. It's like 6 or 8 bolts and you can replace that. That's pretty awesome. Hopefully there's no door damage on the pillar. So yeah, I'm looking at a Vigan, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm looking at an 0395 with 50,000 miles on it, and maybe do a swap on the turbo. That would be kind of a cool project for you guys, I think. Yeah, I was looking at a couple wagons. I think some of the wagons are really sexy looking, especially if you get an Aero spec 0405, obviously. with the rear spoiler on the roof. I like that a lot. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm reading from Exclusive Auto Club, not. It's not starting, so it's got to be fuel ignition or air, right? So check all those three out: ignition, fuel, spark, and obviously airflow. After a coolant flush, I drain the coolant from the reservoir. Any chance you know where the air valve to refill it? On the what car is that on? Is that a 9.5 or a 9.3? Usually there's no air valve on these subs. Usually you just drain from the radiator and just refill and idle the car and just fill up through the reservoir tank and just keep running the car to burp the system. It should eliminate all air since the reservoir, yeah, 93 2005 convertible. Yeah, the reservoir is the highest point, so when you fill up there, all the air bubbles in the system will just escape there. Yeah, 2.0. Yep. It just sits on the firewall, so that's the highest point on the coolant system. So all air will flow out of there. Just run the engine, let it get to temp, blast the heat, get the cycle through, drive it around a little bit if you need to. Sometimes you can be stubborn, but no air valve, just through the reservoir. What else, guys? How many miles are on the 2005 convertible? And you're in California, if I'm correct, so you obviously get to enjoy that 365, which is pretty sweet. Unlike this convertible right there, sitting in the snow. 100,000. That's pretty young. Thanks for the answers. Love you. Appreciate all your support. Definitely enjoy giving the Saab content. I really hope you guys enjoy some of the other content I provide with the other cars. Obviously the Jag, the Porsche. Obviously I'm a huge car enthusiast, so I enjoy Saabs. They have a special place in my heart, but I enjoy also other engineering out there, and hopefully you guys are enjoying that as well. 0395, I'm going to probably do a turbo upgrade, maybe do some performance mods, exhaust, swap out the rims, maybe if I can find some good leather seats for the front that match the quality of the interior since it's got no miles on it, maybe I'd do that. And then I'd probably sell it to one of you guys. I'll probably put it up for sale. I mean, I can't keep all these cars, but I figured if I can create some cool content and teach the community how to do a lot of these things and then move it on to somebody that could enjoy it, that would be my ideal plan for it. Obviously, I don't live at my parents' house, but they allow me all the access to space, so I got to respect that, obviously, as we keep pushing through projects. So that's the plan with the 9.5. I have to see if it's something viable. I have to reach out to the dealership. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I actually am friends with the owner of the dealership, so maybe I'll shoot him a call today, see what he's got in mind. He's a car enthusiast. Volvo guy too. Loves Volvos. It's not a manual, it's an automatic. And I'm gonna be buying it at a premium because obviously it's conditioned, but it's still worth it. It's a 50,000 mile car, so it's gonna be a car that you enjoy for a long time. The Jag is cool. The old Volvo as well. The S60 was fun. Yeah, it was a fun car. It is not an aero on the 9.5. It's a linear, which is why I do the turbo swap the seats, swap some of the body parts, and try to turn it into an aero, essentially, just for fun. Is it easy to replace the engine on the OG 9.3? The OG 9.3 is easy if you have a lift. I did it in the driveway through the top. Really not so easy, honestly. Separating the trans from the engine was a little bit complex. But if you had a lift, if you can go and rent a garage, ideally, now that I have a little bit more experience, if you can go and rent a garage, it would be pretty easy to, within a day or two, essentially you just lower the subframe, engine trans at once everything's disconnected, and swap it out. Very easy. So in short, it's easy. Would I do it again on the driveway? No, I would just spend the money, rent a garage space and a lift for a couple $100. The S80 T6 is an awesome car. Always love those cars. Love the S80s. My mom had an S80 a couple years back too. Convertible is an ARC. Yep, ARC spec is sweet. All right, still interested, Samir? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. I just located the car yesterday, so we'll see what happens. Um, Swap out the, like I said, swap out the rims. If I can find good leather seats that match the quality of the interior, maybe put the Aero seats in there and do the side skirts and kind of make it look nice. Just do like, I'm not gonna go crazy with upgrades. I would just do, nice touch, tasteful touches, if you will. I'm not sure the Jag on the Jag is an 8-speed, yeah, 8-speed automatic. It's got the paddle shifts. 400 or 380 horsepower, roughly 360 horsepower. Never swapped an auto to a manual. Thought about it though. The 9.3 is the velvet type. Is the velvet the like that orange red leather that Saab did that year? I think there's a few of them, but very rare in the US. Thanks, Samir. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all you guys' support. It's really fun. I mean, obviously, guys, as you know, I do this all for fun because I just enjoy it. So I really appreciate all the support from you guys as well. This is awesome. Really cool stuff. And when I decided to build this channel out a couple years ago, I mean, it's a lot of work, but I just I do it for the passion, right? So it's really cool to have the results here. Gray with small blue stripes. I've never personally seen that spec in the US on an OG 9.3. Send some pictures if you can. Instagram, email, whatever. I'd love to see it. Maybe I've seen it without even knowing I've seen it. Yeah, nice move, Patterson to PA. Life's a little bit better probably in Pennsylvania. Avoid the Jersey rush. What else, guys? So that's the update from my end, and hope you guys enjoy. Obviously, the weather puts a little bit of a squeeze on filming and doing projects, especially outside. So hopefully, the next couple of days we can clear up some weather and continue with some content and keep you guys posted on some of these stuff. Yeah, PA is a lot better. The Vigan I was looking at, I offered the guy, I offered him 6,000 for the car. I mean, he was asking a huge premium and super into it, which is fine. He's like a real Saab enthusiast, and it just wasn't something, it wasn't just something I was gonna pay up for me at least. I mean, listen, I like to buy things that need some work. Obviously, build the value into it and bring content. That car was a running and driving Vigan, perfectly fine. Little things here and there, but wouldn't have been worth bringing it on the channel, I don't think. When I did the engine swap in the driveway, you separate the engine from the gearbox. I separated the engine from the gearbox because the subframe on the 9.3s, the frame gets in the way, so you can't just lift straight out unless you literally leverage and get the depth of the trans. But there wasn't enough leverage to creep it by the subframe, so I just split it up and then I pulled the engine, made it a little bit easier. Thank you, appreciate that. Hey, have a great day, guys. Appreciate all you guys coming on live here, and look forward to bringing more content. If you haven't watched the beginning of the live, I'll post it on the channel so you guys can go back and kind of go over all the updates that I'm talking about here, and appreciate once again all of your support. And drop a comment. You guys can always reach out to me at Kyle Pancis on Instagram. Always up for responding to questions if any of you guys have any. So have a great day, stay well, and just look at that front Aero bumper on the 9.5 there. It just never gets old. Gosh. So sweet. Anyways, stay tuned, guys. Have a great one.